Hey guys, and welcome to another tutorial. Now, I'm sitting here experimenting with our little FPS shooter, and I was like, wait a minute, why can't we just, well, you know, make us possibly a building system, where players can make a level at runtime, save it, pass it around. I'm like, so I started with it, and you know, this is where I've got so far. Now we've got this nice little snapping into a grid like. Now, most of the solutions I ever see on YouTube or wherever, just doing a little bit of research, they always have a bunch of game objects for the snapping part, and it's it's just it just doesn't work because there's so many draw calls. I mean, come on, you got, and it's going to cause memory issues and things like that. And then you want scripts, or maybe they make game objects at runtime or whatnot. But I was like, well, let's see if we can get a RTS like snap going on, and this is what I've came up with so far. Now it snaps pretty decently, and you could actually probably use this with a bunch of tagging and stuff for making levels for players. Now you're gonna have to make it kind of off a cube base, so you can do like walls left, right, and things. So basically, your floor would be, instead of a cube, you would have your um, oh, how could I put this? Your plane, or your, more likely you'd use a quad. That way you could save up memory wise, vertices, things like that, and then you can make your walls. But basing on a cube form, you would put you would model it in such a way where the walls would be the outside of this cube right here, this one that I'm. So when I'm sitting here doing this, you could just change out prefab, rotate it, or whatever you wanted. You could rotate this 360 with a key, no problem. So it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Or you could use this as a sprite base, because this is vector based. Okay, it snaps to where it needs to go. Now, I won't get into the code because I'm still experimenting with it, but instead of using a bunch of game objects for the snapping to make it go, look, I've got all the snapping that I need. It's not optimized the way I want, but it's not that big of a deal. I mean, really, stop. You could use your WADST keys to do your walling. Whichever way you want, or use like our a little build menu like an RTS, and just sit here. I mean, moving a camera around is pretty easy. I mean, anybody can get a script for that. I mean, I could probably write it in the next 30 seconds. All you're doing is translating like we do in our little controller for our guy. Not a big deal. And you could probably do some zoom stuff, but I just wanted to show it off a little bit because this could come out to be something really good. And this will can apply to a lot of different things. I mean, you could literally make a tower defense with this snapping right here. This right here is way better than the system that I previewed. I'm actually really happy. Now, right now, if I hit the button when I'm over top of something, it will not like cancel out my raycast. It will instantiate another object, which is easy to fix with tagging and stuff like that. Basic raycast knowledge. Okay, now just to prove that I'm not BSing you or anything like this is the quad right here. Do you see a bunch of game objects? No, you got a canvas. Okay, canvas. And these are all off anyway. Quad. Yep, just a single quad. No big deal, right? Now, we could just take our mesh renderer off here, and then guess what? Bam, we got an invisible thing. It's not exactly too pleasing, but let's just cube, 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 cube. And we could start building us a little, I don't know what you would call it. And it's based on world space coordinates. So if we do this, then we use, see, it just keeps cloning the cube. But it'd be easy to change it out to anything else. You just got to base it off the same modeling. Like, so when you model stuff, you just can't slap anything in it. But a modular kit would be awesome. Because with our save system, we could actually take this at runtime, hit the button, and actually save this and then load it up. This would be awesome. I mean, it really would. I mean, I could do this all day. And it would actually make the kits that you get that are modular, if you do like a little bit of modding and things like that, you can make this your modular kit probably pretty quick and punch out levels pretty easy. But I'm thinking about players. Now, you see these other games where you could build bases in them or anything. Well, it would be good in our FPS kit if we could build something. Maybe some basic rooms, or, maybe we want our players to be able to make a whole level and then pass it to all the other players. So they get to make their own stuff. Now, how many games can you do that? Pass one single file, and then you can have your players play in any level you want because you made it, and then pass it around. Get your little forum and be like, hey guys, play this level with me. See how you think. And this can also work for enemies. I mean, you can have an NPC right here and just go boom, 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 and then have all these NPCs just walking around like, hey, what's the deal? This can work with any 3D model. You just have to have it structured a certain way, but it's no big deal. I haven't put the up axis yet, so that I can stack things on top of it, but that's coming. I mean, all you gotta do is get the normal of it. I haven't integrated like bullet holes and stuff like that, so when it comes to like bullets and things of that nature, it will actually be really nice, because when it comes down to it, we will be able to use the normal in the actual graphic or the geometry to be able to just put a bullet hole there. It'll be really interesting. Or just make it item class. Each prefab has its own little pool of like 3 or 4. When it gets hit, it instantiates 1 if it doesn't have any. But yeah, I just wanted to share this to you because this could help you out a lot in shareability, and just a preview on what's to come. So like, hit, subscribe, do the YouTube thing. See you in the next video, guys. And thank you.